we sailed up about 20 miles up the coast to the Cavalli Islands, and the Cavalli Islands, well, the main one really is pretty much a nature conservation zone, so there's no one lives on the island. There's one cabin and it's just pure nature. In this episode we also sail to Whangaroa and back to Roberton Islands, and we get water from the strangest water buoy ever.
You and me, we're family. The bond that we share is as deep as the sea. No matter how rough things may come to be, you and me, we're family. Sing ho.
There's a really cool trail that we took, which went uphill quite a bit and up to a viewpoint.
We got our sketchbooks out and started drawing.
And then if you decide to carry on from the viewpoint, you kind of go down through like a bit of kind of forest, there's some streams.
So this is standard kiwi bird country. A lot of kind of undergrowth for them to kind of grub about in and find insects and nest. But there's no chance we're ever going to see them because they're nocturnal, and so they'll be buried deep in their nests by now. But we can listen out for them. They've got a very distinct call, which is actually very different as you'd expect from how they look. They look quite cute and quite shy, but actually they've got a call which is almost like a seagull call.
Mushrooms are really delicate things.
Do you think that's edible, Derry?
I mean, it looks like it might be, but I wouldn't risk it. That's how big it is. It's
big
actually
mushroom.
really big.
Or a toadstool or mushroom.
That's how big it is compared to my face.
Yeah, this is like quite a steep bit, the last bit of the walk down this big grassy hill, or like a mountain really, and eventually you end up on a beach. So this is the beach that we finally ended up on at the end of the walk on Cavalli. It's pretty beautiful here.
We set off further north with our friends on Songline.
If you like following our story, please hit the super thanks and help towards the creation of these videos. And if you'd like to have more access, we would love it if you join our Patreon family, where you get ad-free videos, cockpit sessions, downloads, guides, and you can message us directly. We're just sailing past Songline and we're having a little dance competition. We're just coming into Whangaroa Harbour here. It's a quite narrow gap and lots of caves on either side.
So it's so isolated here, there's no sounds, there's no traffic noise or anything like that. And on a night, the stars are so bright. There was no moon out last night and it was so clear. You could hear the kiwis in the background, just in the far distance. You know, it was beautiful. So now we're going to take the dinghy ashore and take a walk up to Duke's Nose, which is quite an iconic climb.
Why would you want to know more about possum?
Blackened nail.
What's that sign say, Ewan?
Yeah. It says possum traps. Beware.
Beware of the possum traps.
I mean caution.
Caution.
Poison.
If we go to Duke's Nose track, which is 1 hour, and we're going to be climbing 750 metres, it requires a high degree of fitness. The rock section has grab rail. Who's fit? You fit?
Me!
Whoa! Are you fit?
No.
So inspiring.
Yeah,
Are you fit?
Oh, well, I think so. I haven't been on a trek for like 3 days, so what?
Maybe you're not very fit. We need to go on every day, don't we? Are you feeling fit?
That's the thing.
Always.
If we haven't gone on
Fit.
We soon found out why we had to be fit.
The first part of the trek is pretty, just a bit of a steep walk up.
How does it work?
With a few little roots to avoid.
Hold your tea.
But when you start to kind of walk up and you look down, and then you can start to see the bay and where your boat is, and you start to appreciate even more where you are. Even though we do appreciate it here because it's so calm and peaceful here. It's lovely. You could stay here for days.
Is this the big fat guy's nose? How do you think I can get up there, Dad?
I'm going to go to the pole and you'll be fine.
Mom, this one's holded on by wax.
No, it's not.
Here it is.
So the last bit of the walk is pretty much quite steep, and they've put these metal poles in and you just have to climb. Sort of cliff side that you wouldn't normally be climbing up, but
It's in the waterfall.
there's a path and we did it. So did we do it? Yay! How do you find that, Ewan, climbing up that steep bit?
Fun.
Fun.
Not dangerous enough.
Does it?
It's a long pole, this is, and the idea, I think, is don't let go. Okay, we're just practicing for the Pyrenees.
I better go, or if I do, another will say.
I think the walk was definitely, it wasn't as long and tiring, but it was definitely more like,
Fun, like
yeah, hard, because like you had to climb up the cliff, and that was quite scary actually, I'm going to be honest. And I think instead of it being long and kind of like boring, it was like short but a lot more eventful, and I think I prefer those kind of walks.
Yeah, and there's a really good view at this end. Yeah, there's like this rock climbing that you can do, and it's so much fun. So we also found this like we found this box, and it was like a take it and like take something and leave something box. So I put a poppy in, and I got this, and I'm going to try and make it into a bracelet or something. And I got this bead thing.
Ooh, nice. Well done.
Yay!
Okay, so we're back at the end of the walk, and we just met these awesome guys who actually live here, and these are the people that make these walks happen, because apparently they've been cutting a new trail. So we're just going to say hello to them.
I cut the tracks, pest control, and yeah.
Cool.
My name's Kiritini. I'm from Kaikohe, just inland from here, and it's actually my first day on the job, so I'm just helping my cousin out. yeah. So yeah, me.
Cool, yeah,
Cool day.
nice to meet you. So in Whangaroa, it's so cool, this natural harbour that's so protected, and then you get in and you anchor, and then you can kayak or paddleboard up this river. Me and Ewan have gone for a morning kayak, and we can hear some music, and we know it's our friends Davos and Kitty, and they're in there marking out the tracks. And at the moment it's low tide, so you can see a lot of the shallows. Oops, in fact we've just gone aground. So this is kind of like as far as we can go really, so we need to go back. Just in Whangaroa Harbour, as you know, and we're just going to go and fill up with water from this water buoy. So basically there's a buoy and on it you can get water.
We're going to fill up with water, so we tied up to this water buoy, which is going to give us fresh water.
Put a kink in it, you.
What's that mean?
You've got to wind it all up now, Ewan.
Put it around the buoy.
You have to walk round with it. No, other way. Other way. Oh, what's happened around there, Ewan? Have you uncoiled that?
Completely uncoiled it.
Right, pass it back to Dad and you can coil it up.
Bring it around.
There's a bit around the other side that you've uncoiled there. Untwist that bit.
There you go.
There we go.
Go and get $5 or $10. $10 it says, isn't it? That's Milford Island just behind, and this is where the water buoy is. It's interesting the kind of places that you get water around the world. This has got to be one of the most interesting places yet. So we're just leaving Whangaroa, and this is one of those really nice sailing days with fairly flat seas, perfect breeze on our beam, and we're going nice sort of just over 5 knots. So yeah, you wouldn't even know that you're sailing. It's so flat calm. It's gorgeous.
So this is one of the islands that Captain James Cook visited when he first started surveying New Zealand. You hear a lot about you know, clashes and things like that, but it seems the more you read up on it, the more it was just kind of cultural misunderstandings. You know, I don't think James Cook ever meant any malice at all, and I don't think the Maoris did either.
It's like so interesting because it's 3 layers, so it looks more detailed and things.
You know, but they just had traditions that were misunderstood by the crew of Endeavour.
Know that he was an explorer, obviously. He got sent by the Royal Navy to charter New Zealand.
And actions that were misinterpreted or probably misunderstood by the Maori tribes as well.
I think it was a misunderstanding because obviously they didn't speak the same language and they needed someone to try learn the language.
I think both sides were kind of trying to make a connection, but it just kind of, there was a bit of a mismatch there, and it didn't always end well. But this is peaceful now.
In Tahiti, the Endeavour crew took Tupa, priest and navigator, on board to assist with the translation and navigation. What's that then?
So Arenka and Anna of Festina Lente decided they want to go snorkeling. The only problem is it's very hard to get out to sea in this bit. It's okay on one side, but it's just sand, but this side is more interesting. But there's only one or two places where you can actually get through the rocks, and it's a bit of a challenge actually getting through them because the swell is coming rather briskly.
But we decided to do it anyway because sometimes you just need a little bit of a challenge. So we waited for a gap between some of the bigger waves. We finally got to snorkel around the rocks outside. And then we had to time it right to get back in again. And we kind of surfed our way in. That night, all the boat kids got together for a pizza and movie night. The next morning, the weather deteriorated, so it was time to head back to the shelter of Russell. In the next episode, we continue to explore the Bay of Island, and we sail south around Cape Brett, which turns out to be perhaps one of the most liveliest sailing passages we've ever done. Thank you for watching and enjoying these videos. So if you're the type of person that would like to thank us in return, then you can simply click on the Super Thanks button below, or otherwise you can support us on Patreon and get more than just 4 videos a month from as little as $3 a month. We look forward to seeing you there.